This is a Lotus Elise 2007 model year, and as you can see, it has an upgraded clam. It doesn't have the quad headlights, so I'm a big fan of that. That's also our M3 right there for sale. If you're interested in buying it, let me know. But the new project car is going to be this Lotus Elise. And what better person to talk about it than Elise herself? You may know her as Cars with Ellie, but her real name's Elise, and this has been her dream car for a long time, because it's also her name. But this car, it just looks so unique and almost like a baby supercar. I really love the rear end. It kind of reminds me of a Ferrari almost, with those quad taillights. The exhaust that we have right now is Sonic Fury muffler with a OEM cat mid-pipe. And I believe the wheels are some kind of a raised wheels. I like them better than TEs. They're the, I think, 9 or 10 spoke design, 16 inch in the back, 15 inch in the front, super lightweight. The previous owner really took good care of this car and added tasteful mods, so I'm very impressed, and that's kind of the reason we wanted to buy it. The cons so far really are only high mileage. This car has 120,000 miles, so it's going to need a lot of maintenance and repairs to get it to run ideal to my standards, because I like to make sure the cars are healthy. And right now it has really bad cam wear. I checked the cams on it. We're going to need to change the intake cam, so that's going to be some involved work, and I'll try to make a video for that for you guys, for anyone who's interested in changing the intake cam on a Lotus Elise. So you can clearly see that this car has been modified before. The previous owner added a lot of Exige parts, such as this wing. The trunk lid is an Exige part. I believe this front grille here, even the front clam is an Exige part. The lip looks amazing. That's real carbon fiber, and even the side skirts are real carbon fiber as well. We're not used to having such high quality parts on our car, so this is just, we're always oohing and ahhing over that. This car is very old school. You have to unlock and lock it using the key. So no more opening and closing the doors with the push of a button to lock and unlock the doors like the BMW. This one is back to the old school. Here's the interior. Very clean for a high mileage car. We've got the gated manual shifter there. I've added that myself because I've always liked the look of gated shifters, and I love how it feels and sounds when you shift it. This car has an AIM digital dash right over there with shift lights, Alcantara steering wheel, Alcantara seats, painted red center console, carbon fiber door sills. I mean, it's just a really nice spec. It also came with a hard top, but right now we're running the soft top because it's easy to take it on and off, so that if we want to go topless we can. But in the winter time we'll put the hard top back on, which is a matte black color. We've also got these little grills on the sides that kind of extend out. The previous owner did that. He painted the red brakes, and the rotors have this slotted look to it, which looks amazing. The previous owner also did the wheels, like I said. These are raised wheels, super light, with black Lotus caps wrapped around Yokohama. I forget what kind of wheel or tire this is, but it's very grippy, and this car just handles amazingly well. This car has been tracked once at Laguna Seca, and you can kind of see the little sticker over there, which is amazing. So if you didn't know, this is a mid-engine car, and you can see right there, that is a 1.8 liter 4-cylinder made by Toyota, tuned by Yamaha. It's the 2ZZ, and I'm excited to work on an engine like this. 4 cylinders only, but it revs high to 8,500 RPM. So very similar territory to the E93 M3. Very tasteful mods from the previous owner. He put these carbon fiber engine covers, which covers the spark plugs and the ignition coils, as well as the injectors, I believe, in the back. Lotus performance looks amazing. The trunk space is surprisingly good on this car. You can fit quite a few things in the back. This gas cap is made out of carbon fiber, which is a nice touch. Very impressed with that one as well. the attention to details on this car is just next level. These mirrors here are carbon fiber mirrors, I think from GRP or Greg's Racing Parts, and it really makes the car look unique. They're tiny mirrors. They stick out just enough though and makes it look like a modern supercar. You have to tilt it manually. That's how you get it. There's no button to adjust your mirrors, so hopefully you have long arms to reach the passenger side every time. One of our favorite things about this car is how many body lines it has, how sharp they are, and how unique it looks. On the road, it's super low to the ground, almost like you're sitting on the floor, and it's just an eye-catching car. Anytime anyone sees it, they're always wondering, what kind of car is that? It looks like a Ferrari, a baby Ferrari. It's really just a Miata or S2000 on steroids, and we love that. It's super lightweight too, only 1,900 pounds. Compared to this car here, coming in at about 4,000 pounds, that's a huge difference. But this one is pushing 190 horsepower, while this one pushes over 400. So at least it has the power to bring that big weight around. Okay, so one thing that you'll need to know is how difficult it is to get in and out of this car. I'm about 5'9", 180 pounds, and it's very difficult for me to get in and out smoothly. But after doing it enough times, I'm kind of getting the hang of it. I usually use my right hand and I hold the e-brake, and I use that as leverage as I sneak right in. Hopefully I don't look too ungraceful. Once you're in, you can adjust your seat, which is only forward and back, using the slider on the bottom. There's no up and down adjustment, so for someone like Ellie who's shorter, she'll need to get a bolster or some kind of a seat to bring her up.
I just go forward.
Or she can go forward. The next thing I'll normally do is put down the mirrors on both sides, because you have to reach across to lower the passenger mirror, and then I have to reach and then adjust the mirrors as well. The rear view mirror is already adjusted appropriately for me, but you can do that as well, but there's not much view in the back because how small the rear end of this car is in terms of the rear glass. This is the gated shifter, and you can hear satisfying click every time you shift. So that is my favorite thing about driving this car, is just the tactile feedback of that. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Lotus dash over here, the AIM dash for the drivers. It's got the shift lights, and you can see right there it has the revs, what gear we're in, speed, even coolant temperatures right there. So far, very happy with this dashboard. Looks way more modern. One of the things I did like about this car is the owner put upgraded JL speakers and also an Alpine amp right over there, along with a subwoofer, which is right behind us. So the sound quality in this car is surprisingly good, which is helpful because you can hear and everything in this car. It doesn't have a lot of sound deadening. That's another thing I'm going to add to this car, is some sound deadening underneath the mats, underneath the seats, behind us, because everything in this car just resonates, and you can hear rattles and stuff when you hit like rocks and pebbles underneath. So we're going to have to find ways to soundproof it so it's more comfortable for us. I really like how this car sounds. It's not your typical JDM boomy exhaust. It actually has a little bit of an exotic tone to it. And of course, just like the M3, that's what we always look for. We try to go for a car that has a nice sound. So while we're just cruising around waiting for the car to warm up, we can definitely talk about how it feels driving this car. Compared to the M3, it's really much more sportier, because in the M3 I feel like we're sitting up too high. On this one I feel like we're sitting just right. It's like you're in a go-kart because you're feeling everything on the road. It's like you're sitting low on the ground, and that's what makes this car so much fun to drive. It handles super well. No power steering at all. It's just a manual steering rack, manual transmission, NA, high revving car. I mean, there's not much you can ask for. Man, this transmission is just so satisfying. The rifle bolt action every time you click clack. There's really no mods on this shifter besides the gated plate, and the gated plate was only 200 bucks. Such a worth it mod. That's the second cam. The second cam noise, you can really tell when it comes on. It's super dramatic. It's like another engine turning on. It's just so much louder, and you feel that push when you're driving. Once you rev it out, it's so much fun. You feel the power come in. It's similar to the M3. Really not much torque or power down low, but once you have it, it sounds amazing and it feels amazing. Another nice thing about this car is how unique and rare it is when people see you on the road. Like this guy, he's letting us pass through, and it's just so much fun. And I think people just kind of show you respect, but you know, honestly, you don't really buy this car to show off. It's more for the driving experience. The bonus of it, though, is just how nice and unique it looks. It's just been an amazing experience so far for the first 2 weeks of owning this car and driving it around. Man, that is a fun car, and it sounds really good for a 4-cylinder. Oh gosh, adrenaline rush goosebumps every time we drive this car. So much fun. I think this is a good place to end the video. I think that it's going to be a really fun car to have to do a bunch of mods and videos on. I hope that you guys are excited for what's to come on the channel.
Ooh, pop.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys on the next video. Have a good afternoon.